You're about to meet three attractive people. One of them has had plastic surgery. The other two have not. Can our celebrity judges tell the difference? We'll find out on the ultimate plastic surgery game show, Fake or Real. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Brian McFadden, your host, and welcome to Fake or Real, the cutting-edge plastic surgery game show where three players try to convince our celebrity judges that they are the only one who had their body modified. And whoever does the best job wins a very real prize of $1,000. Now let's meet the judges trying not to be deceived by appearances. She starred for years on Mad TV and can be seen in James Cameron's hotly anticipated movie, Avatar. She's hilarious, she's hot. She is Deborah Skelton, everybody.
Thank you.
What makes you qualified to do a show like Fake or Real?
I am totally qualified to do this show. I've had my boobs done.
Yes.
I've had my teeth done. And I've had lipo! Yes!
Next, she's an actress who held briefcase number
11.
Number 11 on Deal or No Deal and was kicked off America's Next Top Model for being too sexy. How does that happen to the gorgeous Katie Cleary?
Everyone does this every single day.
Yeah.
So this is like, you know, a chance to actually get it out in the open and judge. And then you at home can, you know, do the same thing. And you're yelling at the TV and saying, that's fake, that's real. You know, it's kind of fun.
We're very glad to have you here, Katie.
Thanks.
Finally, he's a top Beverly Hills plastic surgeon who our viewers know quite well. Dr. 90210 himself, E-Zone, Dr. Robert Ray. Everybody. Dr. Ray, what's the biggest misconception the public has on plastic surgery?
That you can fool your plastic surgeon. I had a girlfriend that said, oh, I'm totally natural. I said, girl, not only do I know you have implants, I know the company that made it, I know the size, and I know the lot number on that implant, so you can't fool your plastic surgeon.
We'll see if he's that good. We are about to meet three lovely ladies who claim they've rebuilt their bodies with 5 separate plastic surgeries. However, only one has put in that much time on the table. So let's bring them out now. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Dr. Ray? All right, first up, 43-year-old supplement saleswoman from Vancouver. Make some noise for Yara. Next, a 25-year-old hairdresser from Astoria, Oregon. Give it up for Heidi. All right. And finally, a 26-year-old interior designer from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Let's hear it for Lauren. Ladies, welcome to Fake or Real. Your job is to convince the panel that you are the one who had 5 different procedures. Let's kick off the cosmetic carousel with Kiera. Please tell us what prompted you to get all that work done.
Well, I had a horrendous divorce on my 40th birthday, decided to take proceed of my alimony, and I went ahead over the next year and a half, 2 years, and had 5 different procedures done.
Wow, so your husband paid for that. Your ex-husband paid for that.
Well, we paid for it. I put in 9 years to be with him, too,
That's
so I deserve some of that alimony.
Let's go ahead and move on to Heidi. What's your story?
Okay, my story is that I grew up in Astoria, Oregon. I met my husband, so I got a rock now. And I decided that I wanted to be in Playboy. So I got my nose done, my lips done, my boobs done, and smart lipo.
That's a lot done.
Yeah.
And finally, Lauren, what caused you to get so much work done?
Well, at 19 years old, I weighed in at 280 pounds. And I had a Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, and I lost over 140 pounds. So I subsequently had to basically pick my 20-something body up to back where it was supposed to go. So I had my breast lifted and augmented, a tummy tuck, a butt lift, a back tuck, and a thigh lift.
That's a lot of work. Fantastic. Thank you so much, ladies. Very complicated stories, but 2 of them are totally fake. Now I know the judges have questions. Deborah, fire away.
Lauren, were you an overeater?
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't exercising, I was eating unhealthy, and I wasn't taking good care of my body.
Katie, who are you curious about?
Kiera,
Yes.
what plastic surgeries did you have?
I started with my lips at first to see how I would take to the whole thing. I really liked that, so I went ahead and I got my eyes lifted, and then I went on to my breasts and got them bigger, which made me feel amazing. And then my nose more narrow, and I got rid of the bump. And then the last procedure was so embarrassing. I got fat injected into my derriere. So
The booty, that's
I wanted
awesome.
to have a bigger booty.
I'm from somebody who makes lots and lots of tushies. I tell you, that's a killer tushy. You know, I think it's Heidi. I think beautiful women, but I think on Heidi, everything came out of a spray can. So, with different ways to express yourself in entertainment, why adult entertainment?
I'm a big fan of the girls next door. I think that they're all super cute and super fun, and so I just enjoy being around them. Not adult entertainment, not porn, but Playboy, it's...
And there's nothing wrong with that. All right, thank you so much, ladies. When we come back, the judges will be asking some tough questions, so we'll find out if you have a good poker face or just excellent Botox. Fake or real, be right back. Don't go anywhere.
It's time to celebrate the world we share. Time to enjoy the journey and the destination. It's time to laugh and scream and get goosebumps. Become part of the story and discover a place where worlds connect. Busch Gardens.
It's the Nissan National 10 event, right now featuring Nissan Maxima. Lease the Maxima for just $299 a month. Get to your Nissan dealer fast. Look closer. Nissan delivers.
Everyone's talking about the great deals every day at DSW. We're all part of the sisterhood of shoe lovers, so we just have to share. Thousands of shoes, hundreds of the brands you love, the latest styles and the prices. Deals that are way better than department stores. DSW, thousands of shoes, prices you love, every day.
At T-Mobile, we know how much people hate paying for home phone service they just don't need. But that's about to change. Because T-Mobile is about to give you so many minutes, you can finally cut the cord. Now get 800 more whenever minutes free for your family to share. The coverage you need at the price you want. Only at T-Mobile.
I am stuck on Band-Aid brand 'cause germs don't stick on me.
Only Band-Aid brand plus antibiotic waterproof has antibiotic ointment directly on the pad. And now it's 100% waterproof. One-step infection protection from the brand you trust.
'Cause Band-Aid helps heal me.
The Kardashians meet Adrian's parents.
I'm thinking of all the ways that this could go wrong.
No, Adrian, you're not. A super new Kardashians, Sunday at 10 on E!
Welcome back to Fake or Real, the show that goes skin deep and then some. Kiera, Heidi, and Lauren all claim they've had 5 plastic surgeries, but only one of them really has. Ladies, if the judges buy your story, you win $1,000. But you've got to earn it. You've got to withstand a tough round of questions. All right, first going under the knife is Lauren.
Lauren, yes. Why gastric bypass?
I had been working out and eating healthy for several months before I started having surgery, and it wasn't working as fast for me.
How long did it take you to lose your weight, and what was the time period between each surgery?
It took me about 17 months to lose the original 140 pounds, and about 2 years after that, I had the breast augmentation.
And prior to your surgery, what were you most insecure about? What body part?
You know, honestly, I really didn't feel that insecure. It wasn't until an aunt made a really foul comment to me at a family dinner, and I was like, oh, I'm fat. I didn't even realize it, really. I mean,
What size were you as a kid?
Oh, probably about a 10, a women's size 10 up until about a freshman year of high school.
If you had a little extra weight on board, there's usually something in the trunk. So why did you have your butt done?
Well, because as you know, the butt is all made of fat, and it was one of the first things to go. It just kind of got jibbly, and it wasn't very cute.
What was your lowest weight?
My lowest weight was 140.
Did you have stretch marks?
Yeah, I have a lot of stretch marks.
All right, time's up.
Thank you.
Next up under the knife is Heidi.
What is the medical term for nose jobs?
Rhinoplasty.
Good question.
There you go.
Very good. Now, you claim to have had lips done. What is this?
That's...
See the brutal plastic surgery questions. You knew it was coming.
You know what? I was on a lot of narcotics, so I don't really remember viewing the needle.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Why Playboy? I mean, what was it about going from one extreme to wife or girlfriend and mother and to wanting to be that sexy?
I actually got approached by a producer for Playboy TV, and he asked me if I'd be interested in it. So that's kind of what spurred the whole Playboy thing. I said I had no idea I could even.
How does your husband feel about that?
You know what? He's super supportive and super proud.
How long have you been married? I mean, it's a lot of stuff.
I've been with him for 9 years and married for 5.
So you had breast, nose, lips, boobies, and what else?
I had my boob job, and I had a boob lift because I had 34 Ds before my child.
And that's time. Please have a seat. And finally, we got Kiara. Step up and face the music.
Kiara, where do they make the incision on your eye lift?
Just on the crease.
How much does it cost? How much did it cost? All your surgeries combined, how much did it cost?
All the surgeries, I figured it out. It was around $23,000 to $25,000.
And your husband paid for it?
No, the alimony paid for it.
Yeah.
How does your ex think about it? Feel about this? All this?
I send him pictures all the time.
Okay, plastic surgery quiz. What is this?
That's for liposuction.
Ah, you got a point for that.
Why did you and your husband ever have any children?
No, we did not.
Okay.
No.
How has your sex life changed since your operations?
The sex life part of it hasn't changed so much, but the attention that I've gotten has been definitely.
Being that you've got this whole cosmetic makeover, did it make you change your eating habits?
No, not really. It actually, I did high protein, low carb all the time. I've always been very athletic, and you know, I just everything just started coming down. And when I turned 40, I just wanted to lift everything up.
Do you have ripples?
Did I have ripples? No, I had the LPG done with massage on my butt quite a bit, so I don't have.
To lose a point, I was referring to the breast.
Thank you so much, Kiara. All right, judges, you just heard 3 complex tales of cosmetic surgery. Now let's find out what you're thinking.
I didn't buy Heidi's story.
Okay.
And with Lauren, it's plausible to get from a size 10 all the way up to someone who's going to be 287
She looks great now. You know, everything she's saying seems so real, and you know, the story is pretty amazing.
Her skin quality, I hate to put on my plastic surgery hat. The skin quality is too good.
But Kiara's story was really simple, and it just felt very real to get divorced. It was an emotional roller coaster for me, and I cried. I hope it's a movie of the week on Lifetime.
Kiara, I don't believe that you've had all the surgeries.
Heidi, you definitely look the part, baby. I think you could do very well here in Hollywood, but it's not adding up. I can't come up with a 5th operation. It's not making sense. The one that deserves an Oscar is Kiara. Now, the only problem I have with her, the lids, there's a slight asymmetry, but the breast, definitely well done, but definitely done. The butt is insane. Nature does not make tushies like that.
All right, time's up, judges. It's time to vote, so write down your choices. Is it Kiara, the divorcee, who's dating younger dudes?
Cougar.
Cougar, you're a cougar. Is it Heidi, the blonde bombshell who wants to be in Playboy? Or is it Lauren, who says a comment from her aunt inspired her to lose weight? Now let's find out who really did have 5 plastic surgeries. Will the woman who had all that work done please show us your before photo? And... Oh my God, wow! That does not look like you at all. Wow. Now let's find out if you're gonna win the cash. Dr. Ray, I have to know, who did you pick?
I'm going back to residency.
You chose Kiara.
I choked, baby.
Wow, I was totally fooled. I'm amazing. You look great.
Thank you so much.
So, I actually picked Heidi.
Heidi, oh my God. Now, Deborah, it's up to you. We have 1 vote for Heidi, 1 vote for Kiara. There's $1,000 on the line.
Like everyone else, I was fooled and went with Kiara.
Kiara! Wow, $1,000. You're welcome. Thank you, ladies. Good job. Next up, we're going to meet 3 foxy females who all claim they were born a boy, but only one really was. Strap yourselves in. Fake or real? Be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Bring home the 3D experience that's a whole new dimension in terror, including an exclusive alternate ending. Critics call it the best 3D horror film ever made. My Bloody Valentine 3D. Own it on Blu-ray and Special Edition DVD May 19th.
Every Every day, about 30 women in the U.S. learn that they have cervical cancer. That's why I chose to get my daughter vaccinated.
I chose to get my daughter vaccinated when her doctor and I agreed that the right time to protect her is now, because it's about prevention.
Gardasil is the only cervical cancer vaccine that helps protect against 4 types of HPV.
2 types that cause 70% of cervical cancer, and 2 more types that cause other HPV diseases.
I chose to get my daughter vaccinated because the CDC recommends that girls her age get vaccinated.
Gardasil does not treat cervical cancer or other HPV diseases.
Side effects include pain, swelling, itching, bruising, and redness at the injection site.
Headache, fever, nausea, dizziness, vomiting, and fainting. Gardasil is not for women who are pregnant.
Gardasil may not fully protect everyone and does not prevent all kinds of cervical cancer.
So it's important to continue routine cervical cancer screenings.
I chose to get my daughter vaccinated because I want her to be one less woman affected by cervical cancer.
One less. Gardasil.
Ask your daughter's doctor about Gardasil.
This is a Centrum multivitamin, complete from A to zinc. This is CoroWise, a natural ingredient that can lower cholesterol. Put them together, and you get Centrum Cardio, the first and only complete multivitamin that can lower cholesterol. Centrum Cardio.
Busy days, meet your nightly getaway.
Oh my God, come in here. We love you.
He crazy.
Every night at 11, the Style Nightcap is your me time with your favorite shows.
I'm gonna need this.
We're making progress.
Ladies, take off your blindfolds.
I do not want to leave this room. We came out on top.
Make the nighttime all about you. Catch the Style Nightcap tonight at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific, only on Style. Before meets after.
Campbell's Cream of Mushroom Soup helps you save money by making great family dinners at home. And look at all you can do with our other condensed soups. Campbell's French Onion adds flavor to burgers or slow cooker meals. Our cheddar cheese soup makes amazing quesadillas. Go to campbellskitchen.com for loads of affordable recipes and a valuable coupon. Mouth-watering, money-saving dinner ideas from campbellskitchen.com.
So many, many reasons it's so good.
Welcome back to Fake or Real, the plastic surgery game show where appearances can be deceiving and worth big money. We have a new doctor on the panel. He's a top Beverly Hills plastic surgeon whose TV appearances include Entertainment Tonight and 2 seasons of The Swan, Dr. Randall Hayworth. Doc, what's the biggest misconception the public has about plastic surgery?
Good plastic surgery is invisible, and it can even be to the point where it's so invisible that it fakes the plastic surgeon out. I don't have X-ray eyes. Sometimes I can't even tell.
Okay, everybody, it's time to start a new game. We're about to meet 3 lovely ladies who will rock your world because they all say they were born a boy. Only one of them really was. Curious? Yeah. I know, me too. Let's bring them out now, guys. Ready? First up, we've got a 35-year-old tour guide from North Hollywood. Give it up for Helen. Next, a 29-year-old criminal investigator from San Diego. Let's hear it for Daia. And finally, she's a 42-year-old technology rep from Seattle. Make some noise for Audrey, everyone. Ladies, welcome to Fake or Real. Your job is to convince the panel that you are the one who has entered this world with a much more masculine side. So let's start off the gender-bending stories with the lovely Daia.
Well, my name is Daia, and I was born intersex. So that means I was born with both genders. I have a penis and a vagina. My parents decided to raise me as a boy. I ended up being a small guy with a small frame. So I decided to live as a woman after I was 18.
That's a wonderful story, Daia.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a seat. Helen, let's hear your story.
Okay, my name is Helen Wong. I was born a boy, but I identify more as a female since my teenage years. But I didn't start my transition until I got into college. And a few years afterwards, I started hormone therapy and 2 major plastic surgeries to follow, including Adam's apple shave and also my boob job. And ever since then, I've been living happily as a hot tranny.
Yeah. And finally, Audrey, what's the story?
My best male friend and I fell in love, and during college, I decided to make a transformation because I identified with myself truly as a female. I've gotten breast implants, cheek implants, an eye lift, and my Adam's apple has been shaved. Don't you think I look fabulous?
Yes, we do. Thank you, ladies. All right, Katie, there are a lot of big questions.
Helen, what was your family's immediate reaction when they found out that you got your sex change?
When my mom realized that, I was really, doing it for real, she stopped talking to me for like a year. But afterwards, she called me and was like, hey, I can't really leave my, child, alone and stuff like that. So we started talking since, and that was a long time ago. And we've been cool, really, really great since.
Deborah?
Yep.
Who do you think you need to talk to?
Dia. Your parents tried to make you more boy-like, but they realized you had feminine qualities.
They thought I was going to look like a boy, but I just ended up looking like a smaller frame boy.
Dr. Hayworth.
Audrey, you said that you decided to make your transition later on in life. And did you have emotional turmoil, sort of like you weren't feeling quite right before those years?
I absolutely went through a myriad of confusion and whether or not I should do it.
All right, ladies, that's all for now, but don't get too comfortable because we're going to crank up the pressure and put you under the knife when Fake or Real returns. Don't go anywhere. This is a fun show.
Well, I married my dream girl, but she didn't tell me her credit was bad. So now, instead of living in a pleasant suburb, we're living in the basement at her mom and dad's. No, we can't get a loan for a respectable home, just because my girl defaulted on some old credit card. If we'd gone to freecreditreport.com, I'd be a happy bachelor with a dog and a yard.
Offer applies with enrollment and triple advantage.
Wow, Volkswagen went minivan.
Again, man, the Rutan.
I guess all minivans are basically the same, right?
Your Odyssey has, like, no-charge, scheduled, carefree maintenance?
No.
It has an Autobahn-tuned suspension?
I don't think Japan has an Autobahn.
So you mean, like, spiritually, we're all the same. I can dig it, man.
Since the beginning, we've told nearly 500 tales that have shocked, inspired, and always surprised.
I wonder if this is the one that's gonna kill me.
Now, the 500th episode is almost here, and the stories just keep getting better. Wednesday.
If you know I'm his wife and you're still pushing up on him, you're taking a chance on getting your ass whooped.
THS Rapper Wives, super new Wednesday at 10. All leading up to the 500th episode event coming May 27th.
Introducing Dairy Queen Sweet Deals. Any 2 items for $3, any 3 items for $4, or any 4 items for $5. Great food, great deals. I can get a chicken wrap and a sundae together. It's the meal I want at the price I want. The choice is mine. I'm master of my own domain. All powerful. Whoa, was that lightning? DQ Sweet Deals. What's your deal?
25,000 mornings, give or take, is all we humans get. We spend them on treadmills, we spend them in traffic, and if we get lucky, really lucky, it dawns on us to go spend them in a world where a simple sunrise can still be magic. 25,000 mornings. Make sure some of them are pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
Every night at 11.
Everybody loves you, Chloe, because you're a real bitch, and I like that.
Chelsea Lately, every night at 11 on E!
Whoa!
Get your Chelsea on.
Welcome back to Fake or Real. Brian McFadden here. It's the game show that goes skin deep and then some. Dia, Helen, and Audrey all claim they were born a boy, but only one of them really was. Ladies, if the judges buy your story, you win 1,000 big ones. But to earn it, you've got to withstand a tough round of questions. Going under the knife first is Dia.
So, Dia, you said you still have both sets of genitalia.
Actually, I have a vagina and I have a penis, but my penis is reduced in size, so it's a fairly large clitoris.
Okay.
So.
How does that affect you sexually?
Actually, my orgasm before my surgery and after, they're about the same. They're the same.
Are you able to have children?
I can have children. I had a menstrual cycle since I was about 14. It's irregular, but I can have children. I have ovaries. They're on the inside now. They used to be on the outside oval-testes, but they're actually ovaries. I can have kids.
Even though you knew you wanted to be a woman, what is your sexual preference?
I like men.
Okay. Do you have a boyfriend currently?
I have a couple, you know what I'm saying? I do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
So do you use both genitalia?
I can't use my clitoris as a penis because it's reduced.
How big were your breasts before you got your implants?
Barely an apex.
All right, let's hear it for Daia. Next up under the knife is Helen.
Helen, when did you know that 100% sure that you were a woman?
100% sure. Well, I always felt like a female since my teenage years, but I guess I didn't know for sure until I got into college.
How long have you been living as a woman?
A long time. Like, I'm 35 years old, so I started full-time. I think I started hormone therapy when I was like about 23, 24. So it's been about like 10, 11 years.
When did you go through puberty?
You know what?
Was it late?
It's probably around like 16, 17, late.
16, 17.
Late, yeah.
Did you have any therapy with your voice at all or anything like that?
Actually, with me, no, I didn't. My voice has always been the same, and I was in a choir.
Have you had total reassignment surgery?
Not yet.
Okay.
Too expensive.
How many surgeries have you had altogether?
Adam's apple shaved, and also breast augmentation.
I see.
2 girls.
2 girls.
How does your family handle all this?
All right, awesome, Helen. That's time. And finally, it's time to interrogate Audrey. Step right into the spotlight, Audrey.
Audrey, who did you model yourself after? What is your ideal woman?
My ideal woman is Robin Wright Penn. She's absolutely stunning, strong, intelligent, and I mean, look who she's married to.
What was your emotional connection to wanting to be a woman? What was the catalyst for saying, this is the most comfortable skin I can be in?
Honestly, you know, my soul just told me, in this lifetime, I'm a very spiritual being. And my soul, I know I visited some psychics, and I had a soul regression. And I really was supposed to be a woman.
So you didn't discover that on your own. You actually went through therapy, or rather went through psychics to find this out.
I went through some clairvoyant therapy.
But did you ever feel for yourself, something is not right? When you were born and as you were growing up, did you ever feel something is not right? I'm really meant to be...
I always felt feminine.
Thank you so much, Audrey. All right, judges, you just heard from 3 women who claim they were born a boy. But only one of them is being honest. Let's go ahead and find out your reactions.
My thing with Audrey was the posing was a little put on. And in a story, the hesitation made it feel like she was thinking.
Very good point.
Daia, I think that she was trying to convince us that, you know, this is who she was.
But she had so much medical information.
The one thing that I'm just a little bit perplexed about is the fact that her voice is very good and very convincing. A lot of people, when they end up taking hormonal therapy later on in life, their voice still never is convincing as a woman. I find this very difficult, even as a plastic surgeon here. It's very never thought I would be in this type of predicament here.
That's it. Now, judges, it's time to vote. Please write down who you believe was actually born a boy. Is it Helen, the North Hollywood hottie whose voice never changed? Is it Daia, the investigator who was born intersex? Or is it Audrey, the tech rep, whose ideal woman is Robin Wright Penn? Now the spotlight will land on the woman who was really born a boy. Oh my God, it's Helen! Helen, you look great. Now let's go ahead and find out if you're going to win the cash. All right, Katie, who did you vote for?
Helen.
All right, 1 vote for Helen. So Dr. Hayworth?
Sometimes when we do have transgender patients coming into my office, the girls can discern that better than me, the plastic surgeon, or the other men in the office. I ended up voting for Daia.
Daia. Deborah, there's $1,000 on the line.
I based it not so much on just your stories, but the way you carried yourselves. Without a doubt, my conviction goes to Helen.
Helen, $1,000. Congratulations. Here's your check. She wins it. That's it for our show tonight. Thanks to all of our contestants. Thanks to our 3 judges, Deborah Skelton, Katie Cleary, and Dr. Randall Hayward. And just remember, because you had work doesn't mean you can't work it. I'm Brian McFadden, and we'll see you next time on Fake or Real.